morning, Jason, and welcome to the Everything Uganda podcast.
Good morning, Harmony. How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to have you here,
Thank
being
you.
our first interviewee.
I'm honoured. Yes.
So I really want to get into your journey to Uganda, right?
Okay, excited.
You came here, the first time you came here with a laptop and a simple plan.
Yes.
Hire some software developers, come up with some
Yes.
apps, and get back onto that flight back to London.
Yes.
And now here you are, literally
Yes.
about to get married to a Ugandan.
I know.
Whatever happened to your initial
My
itinerary?
God. A midlife crisis, maybe. I don't know. What was the question?
The question is, what was your initial, whatever happened to the initial itinerary? Because the plan was to come here
Yes.
and source software developers.
Yes.
And along the way, you've started a company
I
and you
ended
are
up living
literally
here. Yes.
getting married to a
Yes.
Ugandan. So where in the plan did
that happen?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a question of opportunity. We were, rightly, I came here to interview some software developers. We were working on a project in the UK. And we had one developer that was Ugandan, and that project became bigger. So my CTO at the time, Darren, suggested that we fly out to Uganda. Never been to Uganda before at all. Didn't know much about it. To interview more software developers. And to be honest, I was only here a week. I didn't really do an awful lot in that week. But there was one moment when we'd hired the developers. We were in this pizza place on a terrace. Overlooking Acacia Mall. And we had a conversation, and the conversation was about everything from space to technology to life itself, etc. And I was blown away by how smart and how brilliant the people around the table were. I mean, I've been to uni in the UK, and I've mixed with, I'm a lawyer by trade, so I've mixed with very smart people, but these were really smart people, right, and really, really insightful. And the impression we have of Africa in the UK, to a large extent, isn't fully that. And that's because, we sort of have a certain view that was presented in the media about Africa and the poverty. But I didn't see poverty, and I know there is poverty. I saw hope. I felt hope, and I felt opportunity. And I remember after that conversation picking up the phone to my daughter saying, guys, your competition is not in the UK. Your competition is coming from these guys. And this is where I felt in that moment, this is where the future is.
So back home in the UK, life is pretty orderly.
Yes, it is.
Clinical.
Yes.
Quiet. And here,
sometimes, yes,
Kampala is loud. Beautifully chaotic, but incredibly loud.
Yes.
People here party from Monday to Monday. When you look at that contrast, what do you think the West is fundamentally missing out?
I guess the West takes itself too seriously. We're constantly introspective, questioning ourselves, and it's created a huge insecurity. I think you guys here, we don't have time for insecurity. You've got your own challenges, of course, but when I've been out in Kampala a lot, I've enjoyed the delights of Kampala and the chaos of Kampala. And I can tell you, if I go out in Leicester, where I'm from, invariably I will get into difficulty. There is a great deal of hostility, a vibe in the atmosphere here. And don't forget, I'm a white guy, wandering around the streets. Sometimes I have been wandering around the streets, worse for wear. I've never got in any trouble at all. People are very welcoming, people mind their own business and just want to enjoy themselves. Yeah. I think perhaps you guys live more for the moment. We perhaps overplan too much. We become too serious, too constrict, I think, in our behaviour. So that creates a certain tenseness that we don't have here. And I love here, as obviously I've settled here. I love the chaos here.
So you mentioned that you have enjoyed the delights of Uganda, where we are Monday
We're being recorded
Monday.
at the moment, aren't we? So I'm sure I can't fully say.
Trust me, it's a completely self-question.
Yes.
So speaking of the delights of Uganda and our Monday to Monday, now we have a very incredibly intense partying culture.
You
right?
do, yes.
What could have gone through your mind the first time that you saw the same people that have been in the club the night before, partying until morning, the same one's sharp in a corporate meeting at 8 a.m., ready to work? What was that? What went through your mind?
I don't know how they do it, to be honest. I literally, and you're right. People, I mean, you guys, you don't start partying until about 11, 12 o'clock.
Pretty much.
I'm the idiot Englishman waiting in the bar at 7:00
Yeah.
for you guys to arrive
To
another
start.
4 hours later. But and you party until about 5, 6. I mean, I've driven to the airport on a sort of Sunday or a Monday in the morning, and the bars are still full. Yet you do like to get sort of enjoy yourselves really. But you are right. People still turn up and still work. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. How effective they are at working, I don't. But I think it's just part of what you are, really. Maybe your sleep patterns are. I don't. Whenever you get that sleep between sort of 7 and 9 at night or something, I don't know.
The saying here, they say, sleep is for the wicked.
Is it?
Is what they say in Uganda.
Okay, I've not heard that one, no.
So obviously you're a British man and you come from a very hyper-independent culture where people fiercely guard their personal space. Now you come to Uganda that is aggressively hospitable. Everyone is just opening their arms at first sight, right? Yes. So how did you navigate the shift from British distance to intense communal closeness?
To be fair, my personality is very friendly. So this is my street where our studio is. I live very close to here, and I pretty much say hello to everybody on the way to work, and make a big point of that. So I think for me, maybe that is why I stayed here and why I've sort of become quite attracted to Uganda, because it fits my personality, that openness. You say hello to somebody in London or in Leicester, they get very upset. Like, do I know you? Why are you speaking to me? Why are you speaking to me?
How dare you care about me?
Whereas here, everybody seems to start with a smile, seems to kind of be very open to conversation. I'm not sure anyone understands what I say still. But yeah, I've never stopped someone and spoken to someone and they'd be like really standoffish about it at all. So it really, really fits my personality. But you're absolutely right. In the UK, we're not good at that. It's fair to say. Yeah, we're not good. We're very kind of
so you
reserved.
Can confirm to the British right now that irrespective of their hyper independence, they can trust our genuine smiles and our warm welcomes in Uganda, and our hospitality.
Yes. You are, without question, and I've been to many, many countries, the most hospitable people I've ever come across. I fly with Ugandan Airlines a lot, and the stewardesses, I mean, the organisation of the airline's a bit flaky, but the stewardesses are just the very best. They can't do enough for you, and that's the case everywhere I go, really. People just can't do enough for you. You can't be in a bad mood in Uganda. You wake up, people are so interactive and so willing to sort of chat to you and stuff. So I love it. I love every day of it. Yeah.
Okay. So you started out as a tourist writing a travel journal, and now you're officially becoming a Ugandan in law. Do you know the term for that?
No, I don't know.
Muko.
What is that? Oh, okay. I'm a cool.
That's who you're coming because.
Okay, that sounds kind of cool, doesn't it?
Right?
Cool, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Have you been? I'm curious to know if you've attended any traditional weddings so far in Uganda.
Yes, I have a couple actually. I didn't understand anything that was going on. So because you hire a compere, don't you? Is that what you call them? To do the mic.
Yes.
It's all very professional.
Yes.
Yeah. And it goes. The thing with Ugandans is, and I warn anybody here, you guys, when you hit the stage, you don't get off. You go on and on and on. And the wedding is just an over-exaggerated version of that. It just,
Which brings me to my question. How have you prepared your British family to attend this wedding? I mean,
my wedding. So you're talking about my wedding. Yes. My wedding is not going to be like that at all.
Yeah.
No. One hopes we'll try and do a sort of blend of Britishness and Ugandan. Yeah.
That's
so
fair.
Grace will be very keen to ensure that we respect her traditions.
Yes.
And we will do that without question. I've had is it Coachella?
Coachella?
Coachella thing, yeah.
Coachella.
Coachella, yeah.
I thought Coachella, the music festival.
So I'd not long met Grace, and we were to meet her guardians, and she said, you need to bring some people with you, and you need to dress up and all this sort of stuff, etc.
Yeah.
And so I arrived. I thought I was getting married, and I hadn't realised, because there was this throne, she was dressed. That was like, have I agreed to something quickly or whatever? And then I sat in the corner, and not many people spoke to me that night. And I mentioned this to Grace, and she said, no one's allowed to approach you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so basically there's a party that I pretty much pay for that everybody just comes, drinks my drinks, and then just stares at me.
And then doesn't talk to you.
And it doesn't talk to me. Now, obviously, I didn't allow that. I got very drunk and spoke to everybody. But then I had to do a speech. And I will stand. I have no problem speaking.
Yeah.
But I tend to be overdone in 5 minutes. Yeah. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Well, is that it?"
No more?
Yeah. I think they were hoping for hours and hours of whatever. So it was interesting.
I mean, we're looking forward to it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very interesting show of culture. If you did not know, how it works here is that in the way of celebrating, the woman's family, the bride's family, handles the traditional wedding.
Oh, okay.
And the white wedding is handled solely by the groom's side.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be a very
interesting. Know that.
Yeah. So as much as there are going to be very many long speeches on the side, you have the liberty to make the wedding as British can be.
That is good. Yeah. I mean, I'm not I don't celebrate birthdays. I'm not big on shows about me. I like parties, but I don't like it when I'm kind of the shows. Yeah, I don't like that. And neither does Grace. So we'll put something on, but it will be probably for everybody else.
Yeah.
We'll probably stay half an hour and bugger off.
You have to stay the whole time. Yeah.
No, we'll find a way to get away.
I want to quickly talk about Everything Uganda.
Yes.
The standard travel marketing is pretty dull. It's all about hotel star ratings and rigid tour buses.
Yes.
Your vision for Everything Uganda completely throws away to focus on tracking chimp journey. Let me just ask that again. Okay. Why take that risk? Why is raw everyday joy a better business strategy than selling basic luxury holiday?
I think because you're not selling a product, are you? You're inviting someone to experience a country, and that is a very clear distinction. You can go. I've been to Turkey. I've been to lots of places and great sort of large resorts, etc. But you can be anywhere, And if you go to a lodge, a safari lodge, and that's just all you go to here in Uganda, you could almost be anywhere, within Africa. I think if you're going to come to Uganda, then I want people to see the Uganda that I see, and to experience it in the way that I've experienced it, and I believe that they can experience it. And that is meeting the people, understanding the culture, living the Ugandan life. Part of the thing that we want to do in Everything Uganda is spend a night in a village in a more traditional living arrangement, so that you go away with experiences that change you, and that you learn and you really understand and know those people. I don't think Uganda should try to be Kenya. I don't think it should try to be South Africa. I think it's got more than enough to be itself, and I think it should be confident and proud of being Ugandan. And we just want to be the storyteller of something we know that's already here.
I want to end our conversation with a question. In your book, you called Uganda a rough diamond, a place with massive potential that refuses to be overly packaged or clinical for mass tourism. What has building a life and finding love in an unpolished corner of the world given you that structured European cities never could?
Oh my God. And I wrote like that, did I? Gosh, I am a brilliant writer, I must say. Okay. So what does it give me that that a European city wouldn't?
Yes.
The unexpected, I guess. Yeah. There is chaos here in Uganda, and in particular in Kampala. It is a work in motion. Yeah. It's not yet the finished product. And so I get the opportunity to be part of that storytelling and a part of that journey, I hope, in a big way. And that is really magical and gives me a really good special feeling.
So what message do you have for our British travelers? Tell them to come to
go
Uganda.
to www.everythinguganda.com, book your package and come now. Experience it, whether it's through us or anywhere else, to be honest. Obviously we want you to use us, but to be honest, I want people to come and see this beautiful country, to experience it, to dispel all the myths that they may have had, and to meet the Ugandan people and go away with, memories that will last a lifetime.
Personally, it has been a pleasure having you here on my podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for making the time. I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you having me as your first guest. Thank you so much.